James, Lee, we've arguably got your best fight on the biggest show to date.
Yeah, 100%. Biggest fight, winning record. We've been asking for it. Lee, we've been pushing. We got a good fight last time, and like I said, I said to Lee, I'm looking for this, and Lee come up with the goods along with VIP. Got a good fight last time, got a good stoppage, and this time me and Lee together said we want another step up, and Lee's got it, me. So can't thank team enough. Lee, everyone.
Still not at the weight we wanted. He's still light middleweight. Well, he's a welterweight really, but apparently we can't get any welterweights. There's none going.
Well, we were just talking before. Just over 2 years since you first stepped into the ring as a professional.
Yeah. 10 fights down.
10 and 0. Is it what you expected? And is it where you expected him to be?
It's not where I knew we had it in him, but I didn't think we'd be as busy as we've been and kept going with Steve pushing, because he is one of the busiest promoters going, so we're lucky in that stage. He's been fighting injury-free virtually, apart from a few niggles. So we just kept going, and every show that Steve said he's been on. So he has 10 fights. It's a lot, that 10 fights.
People don't realise, you think, oh yeah, I'm going to be a professional fighter, and in 2 years I'll be a champion. Very, very rare that'll happen. You're talking 4 years is usually the average time for a fighter to establish himself, to get to a place whereby people notice him, and outside of his friends, he's known in the boxing community. In 2 years, you're making a lot of noise, mate.
Well, I'll be honest, I think he's gone miles better than I expected. From my own point of view, I know Lee had his own expectations of him because he knew what he can give and what he can do to me, but to get a challenge belt 8 rounds in my 6th fight was amazing to me. And then to get these new, like I said, I know I can't step that high just yet, so Lee's just putting me step by step, little steps, and we've never had it's not been a problem. Everything's just been, like I was saying to you before, Lee, it's just been bang, 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 and it's just perfect. It's just running smooth.
Well, you've had those two, I think you had two, obviously you fought journeymen, but you had 2 step-up journeymen in Nathan Hardy and William Warburton, and they're the guys that can, I think when you get to 7 or 8 0, they can test you. They can also fight the guys who are making the debuts, but they're also the guys that can test to see whether you're ready for maybe that central area title. And obviously you came through them with flying colours, and then last time out you had your first genuine test, a guy coming with a level record, not quite a winning record, but it certainly wasn't a losing record. It was 3-1. Now this time
he lost to some really good kids. Simon Emmed, he lost to Billy Bird, and a few, I can't remember a few names. We've done some big shows as well, so we didn't know what to expect.
It was a last minute job. We were struggling for an opponent, so we didn't know a lot about him. Yes. But we watched him. I watched him on pads about an hour before and seen a few little training videos. So.
And because of what you were saying, again, a guy coming to win, not coming to test you or anything. A guy coming to win. And that was perfect for you,
because I think that made a massive difference, because normally it's me going out there looking for them openings, looking for them gaps, trying to cut the ring, whereas he literally was just there. And I think that was his downfall at times, because once I hit him, he didn't want to take another back step, and that's what ended up ending the fight with a good shot. But like I said, we worked to a plan that day. I felt like I was hitting him every single round, and I felt like it was a matter of time before he'd come out of there. But like I said, listen to Lee that fight. He said, just keep going, don't rush things. Just you're grinding him down. You're working him down. And even though I stopped him, I think a lot of the pressure from the previous round, a lot of body shots were going in, which we've been working on, constantly drilling every day, which got to that level where I didn't want to just stop him and do a stupid stoppage, like hit him with. Throw 10 shots, hit him with 2 and stop him. I wanted to. That's
the clean
stoppage.
Finish, the referee caught some good shots, knocked him down, and then finished on. But that's just that steady progression, isn't it? Just better opponents, little bit by bit. Then, isn't
this is the next one now, because the guy's record is 6-2, I think. Don't know too much about him. We've just been watching a little bit there. Definitely a come forward fighter.
I don't think he knows how to take a back step, to be honest. I think that's his style. I think like I said, we know he's a very, very fit guy. There's a lot of running for charity, so I know he's fit. But is he going to be boxing fit? I don't know. But to me, I know I'm going to put. I'm probably going to put.
Does this excite you, knowing that this guy's going to be coming at you?
150%. This is what we're in this for. We train like I train, and Lee trains me for a world title every time. We don't train for an individual person. We train exactly the same for every single fight. Maybe
We
just
add
tweaking bits.
Well, we've seen. I've watched a lot of him because his name I mentioned before, but it didn't come off. So I've watched a bit of him, and it was when he mentioned obviously with the weight, yeah, what we want, but the opponent's what we want. So we said straight away, yeah, we'll have it if he's available, and he's jumped on it straight away. And he'll come win, but
yeah, well,
with all his best
he's travelling a long way, so I presume he's not after wasting his time, is he? He's coming all the way from Dorset, is it?
Down in Poole, yeah. But like I say, I'm a welterweight now, me. You can ask Lee, and I'm not lying. You can ask everyone I've been sparring with. I'm holding weight at the moment. We've moved up. We've gone to 11 stone for this fight on the day weighing. I know he's been fighting at 12s and that, so he's coming down. So he's going to be a big lad. He's going to be a big heavy lad. He's going to be a big come forward fighter. But I hopefully get through this fight, and I'm looking for some welterweights then. Well,
I mean, I think this, like I say, could be a great night for you and your fans, because you put a great show on last time. Like I say, I wasn't at the show. I was at filming at the Earlham show that VIP was running at the same time, and all the comments that I got were all about you, mate.
Thank you.
So that was a nice thing to stand out on a show again. That was, even though I think there was only 5 fights, it was 5 good kids on it. Well, tonight on this night when you fight, it's arguably one of Steve's biggest shows that he's done independently. He has 2 English title fights on there with Jack Cullen against Jack Sellers. Big fight, English title fight, and then the other English title fight is Jack Flatley against Craig Morris, which is a great fight. And then it's all 6 rounders underneath there. Everyone's stepping up. Andrew Fleming, Luke Blackwedge, former super middleweight Commonwealth champion. Exciting fight, Southpaw Carl Lamotti. We got the big punching Damien Chambers. And always in a cracking fight, Jack Kilgannon. Another kid in great fights is Kane Gardner. I think he's had 4 stoppages on the bounce. And then there's some other guy called James Moorcroft. not too sure about him.
Like I say, it's a good main event. Like I said, I'm being the main event at Bolton. It's going to be good for me. So I'm joking.
Hey, but you know something? This means you come through this fight, you know, you're probably maybe 1 or 2 fights away from beginning to top the bill at this venue.
Yeah,
we're not bothered about things like that.
I'm not bothered about top the bill, to be honest, because I don't want to be fighting at 1 o'clock.
Just keep listening. But if any fights get offered, which they are, you know, I'm sure they will do soon enough. If we fancy it, we'll have it. We're not rushing. There's just 10 fights in, but it's still a baby yet. So just keep training, get these 6 rounders, 8 rounders, whatever we can get. Take them when they come. He's ready. If anything gets offered, he's always fixed. He's never out gym.
But you feel they could come before the end of this year?
Hopefully, I hope they come in
couple of
summer.
chances,
We've been saying a few names and that. Like I said, we don't talk about names and that, but we put a few names forward to Steve, and Steve's been on and back and forth, and now they fancy it, and I don't know what Lee says. I'd be happy next year time, not this end of this year sometime we get a good fight. But like I said, I'm looking forward to the future holds. I just put my faith in Lee, and that's all I ever will do, and that's how it works. I just whoever I fight, Lee tells me I'll fight, and I'll fight him.
Yeah, well, like I say, I think it's a top night, top show. Great opponent for you.
Like I say, it's going to be busy, isn't it? You got Jack Cullen fighting for English title, Jack Flatley fighting for English title, both from Bolton, both fighting at probably the biggest venue in Bolton.
It could be a great night in the fact that I think it could be a real sellout, because I presume you're going to bring a small crowd.
You
always do 100 plus, don't you?
But to me, it's just more people to impress in front of. So, like I said, even though they're bringing their fans, they're coming to watch them. Hopefully you can gain a few fans on the night. Hopefully I can wow the crowd, and like I say, I sometimes don't know how to take a back step sometimes as well. So I think my fight and Jake Best, who does take a step back, is going to be. I know you've 2 English title fights, but it could be one of the best fights on the night, to be honest. Because I think I'm not going to be a.
You're going to listen. I'm going to a boxing lesson.
I'm going to give him a boxing lesson, but I'm gonna when it gets tough, I'm gonna have to go with him as well. So
right,
entertaining, my lads.
So we're in for a treat then, I think.
He's had some great sparring. Mike down at Athens has
he's been brilliant. Mike.
Been brilliant.
Is that Mike Jackson?
Mike Jackson, as always, he is, and not just Mike. Carl Lynch, we've been all over the place. We've spared everybody. We've had some great Jack. Was it Jack Raff last week?
Jack Raff, Conor Walker.
Then Kane Gardner.
Kane Gardner. Yeah, we've had some really good sparring. So.
And these are some of the top prospects in the country, aren't they? Now? Or will be anyway. Yeah. They're certainly on a few people's names. Perhaps as you will be by the end of the year.
Yeah. So we've left as usual, no stone unturned. So. It's just a case of ticking over. Weight's perfect. He's really strong. The good thing about 11 stone, he's massive at the weight, so he's strong as a bull. So.
Right. Well.
We'll see how it goes.
May the 11th, the Two Jack show.
Yeah, let's have it.
Oh, it's the James show. No, I'm only joking.
He's not.
No, I'll be honest with you. I'm looking for. I don't really know Jack Flatley as such, but we're good friends. We're good friends with Cullen and that. And do you know what? Like I said, he's been through his last pull out. He'd done an 8-week camp, 10-week camp. Then that foot wind down. Then that foot step camp up again. It must be tough. Must be tough on him. But I know he'll come through this fight flying colours, and I'm looking forward to seeing him lift that English because he really does deserve that.
Well, he's not only that. He's been told that if he comes through this fight and wins, there could be a very big fight for him at the end of it, so that could be exciting. Not sure, can't confirm it yet, but if he does come through this, then there's a massive fight ahead for him, so I presume that's kept him focused.
Fair play to him, because he does deserve it.
And he's got a good team behind him on it, so.
Yeah. Not as good as I.
Right, lads, I'll see you. He's gone off already.
He's already gone, hasn't he?
Right, I'll see you on the 11th, mate.
Nice one, cheers.
Take care, bye.
Lucky then, because
for all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.